Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Grim Dawn as we play through as a hardcore solo self-found veteran. In this episode we continue off from the end of Act 1 as a new warder after we've lost multiple hardcores in the pursuit of finishing Act 1. With our new warder, which is a mix between a soldier and a druid, we start using the really overpowered primal strike as we make our way to the Warden Creek. We have quite a tight fight against Creek, however, we do win. We finally make our way into Act 2, so without further ado, we're going to jump straight on in. And we're back gamers on Grim Dawn as we're playing through as a hardcore solo self-found veteran. I'm not a veteran, I've just clicked the veteran difficulty, which gives the enemy more health, which makes things a little more difficult. Last episode, well, first things first, see all these characters here? Dead. So Rothmar, dead. Rothmer, dead. Which is our first one we got to the very first boss, I believe we got this one too. Then we've got these three characters here. Rothmer, Slothmer, dead. Slothmer, also dead. And Slothmer, also dead. But here we are. So you've got a level 29 warder, which is obviously a druid and a soldier. We're going to continue on as this character. I haven't put a video out, I think it's last week or the last 2 weeks, because it's taken me a very long time to catch up. Because I didn't want to do the all of Act 1 again. And you see here, we've got all the way through Act 1. And we're actually ready to take on the boss. There's one thing we want to do quickly. There's two things I want to do, but we're going to do one thing beforehand. Is that, you see, I'm going to show you a quick, relatively easy way to level. So if you're playing this as a hardcore as well, and you want to level up a few times before you fight the first Act 1 boss, the main boss that is, you may want to farm, especially if you're doing this as a hardcore. So I'm going to try it at level 30. I'm going to give it a go and hope that we can take out the boss. But first thing, I'll show you a quick grinding area. If you want to get loot, if you want to get some experience, it's quite good. It's not going to be the best place for you, but it's not bad. Because the mobs do scale. Most of the mobs are, I think at the moment they're about level 30, so I'm getting relatively good experience from them. It's the first thing about this little route that I've been going on, is that you have the chance for this one shrine to spawn here. So you spawn into Berwick Village, make your way across towards the bridge, and this is a hidden area, so it's not on the map. Well, it is on the map, but to get there it's not on the map. So you have the chance to get that one shrine there. And as you continue to make your way up here, there is a chance for if the shrine doesn't spawn in that location, there's a chance for the shrine to spawn just, you can zoom all the way in, just here on the map, just there. However, we want to make our way down below the bridge here. Going below this bridge, there's a little cave. Very quick cave, this one. So the cave isn't particularly big. We're not doing it for the cave, we're doing it for what's on the other side. There can be a unique mob that can spawn in this cave, in this group of enemies here. You see these are all level 29, 28, 27s. So these will give you relatively good experience. You can see I've already gained a bit of a level so far. I will go through all my gear and all my skills I've got for this character towards the end of the video. If we beat the Warden, that is. If we don't beat the Warden, there's no point in me showing you how this character, because it's not a very good one. We can't beat the boss. So yeah, we can keep making our way through this cave.
Not ready.
You can see that we are only using one skill, and it's really powerful. I'm about to level up, so I'll probably show you, well, you'll see what my skills are put on anyway when I level up. So you see here, most of my points have gone into physique, and we've got the best weapon we can get for this build. But and I'll quickly put a point into my points here. There we go. But we'll go through all of my build at the end of this video. So hopefully we can make our way into Act 2 today. It'll be a great success. It has taken me a bit of time to obviously get this video out. I have been doing a lot of research, as a lot of YouTubers have been watching all about Grim Dawn, because I'm really enjoying this ARPG. It's probably my favourite at the moment. So all my spare time's be going into this game. So here it is, Hallowed Hill. So Hallowed Hill is this little region just here. There's a chance for, so most of the enemies here are above level 30, as you can see here. So you don't want to come here unprepared. But as long as you've got enough, like none of the enemies are too strong. As you see, I'm a bit squishy, but I'm able to survive, so it's fine. So I'm having to tank a load of potions, but that's what they're there for. And bonk our way through here. So there will always be at least one elite on this island. And with the elite, it's guaranteed to have at least one elite on this island. Also guaranteed to have some form of chest, whether a silver or gold chest. I think they're called treasure troves, I think the game calls them. There's a few spawns, I think it's up to 4 spawns, so you're going to at least get one of the 2, whether it's silver or gold. Not exactly sure how all of the loot spawns in this game, but we'll do a quick clear of this map. And we're going to make our way up to the top of this hill. You can see that we've already gained about an 1/8 of a level, which is quite nice. By the time we finish this, should be about a 1/4 of a level, hopefully. You see a load of enemies down there. I'm going to take out a reanimator first, so they continue to spawn enemies. So there's a silver chest just there at the bottom left. And grab the chest quickly. Okay, nothing special. So I don't think a shrine can spawn on this island. It's a bit of a shame, because that would make this island a real good place to level and get gear. And take out these. There should be an elite in that pack up there on the right. As you can see, all I do here is just hold down left click and everything melts. Really strong build. After I've tried so many different builds, I tried a Aegis build, which is the kind of Captain America shield throw, which was pretty strong, but just wasn't strong enough. Didn't clear out enough enemies in one hit. I do have some totems I can throw down, which is my 1 and 2 skill. I don't really like having them down. Okay, I'm quite low health. There we go. My health regen just kicked in. We can take these guys out. There you go. It's just me versus the boss now, Mr. Telesalon, which he's electrified. So it's probably a bit of a meme there. And got a band of the black ice. Interesting. And there we go. We just clear this. Another chest can spawn on this crypt here. I think they can spawn on each of the crypts. I think there's 4 crypts in this area. But hey, if you want the gear, this is a good place to go farm. You see there, I've gained about, from where I started off at the beginning of last 29 to 30, probably gained just shy of half a level. You just farm this over and over. And on that note, we're going to now jump forward to the Warden fight. And fingers crossed we're strong enough for it. I think we're ready, but obviously I could be proven wrong. Here it goes. A bit worried about this. This would be the second time we've tried to take on the Warden. Oh, come on, we got this. Right. Epic music starts. And there's the Warden, level 33. So far, so good. Obviously, it started off like this last time. I believe he has more than one phase, so... Come on, we've got this. I don't really want to I don't really want to get below 4,000 HP. There we go. So pop a health potion.
When I'm done with you, I will crush your friends
and come on, down you go, down you go. Amazing, he's down. Right, phase 1 over. Oh, I can't open his chest. I wonder if you can farm this, farm the boss. And here he is, phase 2. So I want to be a little bit more. I'm going to move around a little bit more here. And I'll just drop my... Okay. I want to try and avoid that attack if we can. But we are a lot more tanky than we were last time. And we're closer to his level. Just drop his totems whenever I can. Right, I need to run away every time he lifts his leg up. Like a dog. He's like he's going to go urinate on me or something. Now, get away then. There we go. Perfect. Right, drop my totems each time he lifts his leg up so I can get away. Now. Okay, I think we've got this. Didn't drop my totems that time. I dropped them this time.
I can't do that yet.
There we go. Got away from that one. Awesome. So I think that's the big hit. Yeah, that is definitely the big hit. Although we did take a lot of damage there. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's almost down. That attack is quite dangerous. He fires a load of darts at me. But missive of the Warden King, Krieg. A couple items here. Music's still epic. Got a new shield, and that's it. Awesome. I'm going to listen to this. Well, no, I was going to listen to this, but I've got to have to read these. I'm not going to read them. Did you drop anything good loot-wise? Veil's Edge? Not really. And some random items. Okay. We can now head back to town. When we get to town, we'll go through my build, because obviously my build has worked. Huzzah! Great success. I didn't expect it to work, to be quite honest. Here we are. So, as I said, all my skills are going to physique. And most of my gear is... So I've got 2 pieces of guardsman. Mainly because I don't have any other bits of guardsman, but it gives me 50% extra physical damage. Then I've got a bit of explorers. This is the best weapon for this build. The Falcon's Claw, because it gives me 4 to primal strike. That is the main attack I'm using. Have some random rings here. Got the Amulet of the Eye. Some normal shoulders and some gloves. And some boots. I've got the Final March. And I've got the Crimson Heart as one of my amulets. This is my empowered relic sanctuary. I'll show you how to get that in a second. I've got random belts. I've been really focusing on anything which has... Normally, back in my previous characters, I was focusing on health and health regen, but there's no point... If I can't do a load of damage, there's no point me having a load of health and health regen. So I've been having this page open a lot, Primal Strike. So I've been seeing when I equip new items, and seeing whether my main attack is dropping. And a lot of these, they are. So I know that that's not a bonus for attack. I can lose a bit of the health regeneration, as long as I don't lose too much of the damage. To make those relics, you've got this. Speed of Duncan. On the left-hand side, you've got a load of empowered relics here. They all have their different boons. They all fit different builds. I definitely don't have the best one, because Sanctuary here gives me the essentially a bubble, and it also gives me a bit more health, which is quite useful. I'm using it because of the survivability. If you can't, Ancient Hearts are quite hard to find. Just grind essentially beasts, and there's a chance you can get them. If you can't find most of these, they're just rare drops. To be quite honest, you get this from a quest. The Blood of the Chefon. And if you don't have any of the particularly good items, that could be good for us. That could be very good for us. Because it's loads of elemental damage. I can make that. There it is. So I think that's probably a bonus for us. But anyway, so if you're missing out on some components to build any of your items, you have got this on the far right, where this allows you just to make other types of components, which is really useful. And then if you scroll down, you can make consumables, which obviously I could have made some consumables to make that boss easier. You've got materials at the bottom here, which I don't have any of them I can make just yet. So we're going to go talk to the captain now. Now we've caught back up to where now we've exceeded the furthest we've ever gotten in the game. I think it's now probably right that we do the slow time again. Let's see if this is a bonus. That is a bonus. So I don't lose out on... Okay, it looks like I don't lose out on anything, to be quite honest there. I just gain a few boons, so now I need to find something to put into that. And I think there was... What of this? This has a vicious jawbone. So if I type in jaw... Okay, I don't have a vicious jawbone anymore. Vicious jawbone is quite good. Because we increase physical damage. So we can see if we can make that. So I couldn't find the vicious jawbone I wanted, but I put ectoplasm in there anyway, which gives me a little bit more energy and energy regen, because we were struggling with energy. We can now talk to...
Is it finished? Is the Warden dead?
The captain. I tracked him down and took his life.
The Warden's defeat is a great victory for us, nay, for all of humankind. But there...
Oh, I didn't mean to end that. There you go, never mind. So we quickly listen to this.
Nay, for all of humankind. But there are many more ethereals out there, some much more powerful than Krieg. Perhaps more disturbing, though, there are those of our own kind who would see us dead to take what little we have, or just for the pleasure of killing. Among the innocent who passed through this prison on their way to Krieg's lab were many violent criminals, murderers, and worse.
Okay.
Many of them escaped to the northwest after the grim dawn, forming into ruthless gangs who prey upon drifters still traveling the roads. Since a river separates us and them, they have not been a problem thus far. Except we need farmers to get back to the business of growing food before we all starve to death. The farmland that supplied this region is to the northwest, and we need to secure a hold there. Mornay recently returned from Old Arkovia to the northwest and can give you details on the outlaw situation and what needs to be done. I realize that you have been through much in recent days, but we cannot rest just yet.
I'll speak to him. Okay, so it says to the northwest, so I think let's go to the world map. So looks like this is the area we need to go to next. It's a shame. I wouldn't mind of going up here to Gloomwold, because there was that little path. If I show you up here, there was a path. Where was it? There's this one here. It requires dynamite to get through. And there's this one here is like a spirit. There's also this sanctuary here. One of my other characters, I got some old keys killing these cultists. I only got on one character. I've made 8 characters so far. Some of them are deleted and remade, so they can drop old keys to let you into the old sanctuary, which is here. I have not had the same luck so far, and I have farmed on this character. So we may go back, but probably not this episode. Be ready for the next episode. There's also another boss that we skipped that was in this area up here. One of the bosses in one of these tunnels here is level 24. We could probably go back and take him now.
You must be the kid that's causing a stir in my absence. You've done good by dispatching Krieg. I knew that man in life. I dread to think of what he had become as an ethereal.
Okay, so to speak to you about the outlaws.
Aye, an old mess has come back to finally bite us right in the ass. The river's kept them at bay for now, what with the broken bridge. It seems the bastards have garnered a taste for the one hole in the world they were once so eager to escape. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're at war, and if we don't take the fight to them, they will surely bring it to us. I'd much rather fight on my own terms. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, so watch the plan of action.
Before we do anything, we'll need to get that bridge repaired. Got men ready to do the work and some scrap to get you started. Just need to provide the remaining raw materials. Once that's all finished, I need you to enter the Arkovian foothills and show those bastards we're not a prize for the taking. Last I saw of them, they were mobilizing for something big across the river. Why don't you head on over there and introduce yourself?
What happened to join the expedition to the northwest? So I set out with another scout, Elsa, to reconnoitre the lands to the northwest shortly after we had secured Devil's Crossing. What we found is a wasteland overrun with predatory beasts, blood-hungry psychopaths and refugees living in constant terror on the run. Our mission together ended when a vicious band of outlaws surprised us in the night. Elsa had argued against having a fire that night, but I was sure that we would be concealed. I wasn't cautious enough, and she paid the price. Thought I could protect her from anything, but when it came to it, I was felled by a bullet to the ribs before the fire even broke out. Elsa fought on like a devil, taking down 2 of the outlaws before they knocked her out. They took her with them and just left me there to die. I couldn't give up though, knowing that those thugs had Elsa. I hobbled and then crawled, trying to make my way back to Devil's Crossing, but only to find out the bridge had been destroyed. I collapsed in despair and thought it was the end of me. I woke some time later in what remained of a little fishing village on the coast. A band of rovers had found me and treated my wounds. As soon as I could stand, I grabbed a dinghy rowboat and made my way back to Devil's Crossing. I'd be damned if I'm going to abandon Elsa to torture or worse at the hands of those killers. She's all I got left in this world. We need to organise an offensive, and every second counts. Don't you think you're mixing personal vendetta into this? Grim Dawn took my wife. Elsa's like a daughter to me, and I'm not going to let it take her too. The way I see it, Devil's Crossing needs this situation resolved as soon as possible, and I want those scum dead for taking Elsa. Seems like our goals align, eh? Very well, I guess they do. So we've got some scrap and you got some iron from that. So now we need to repair the bridge. I don't think there's any other quests nearby, so we can now make our way across. So I think there's 2 bridges coming out of town. There's emissaries. There's 1 bridge here. What does emissary got for us?
We speak at last. As I am sure you know, there are many who now cast their gaze upon you, traveller. Or should I say, taken. Some who mean you ill. Some who fear your potential. Then there are those who command me. They have taken great interest in your accomplishments. It appears you may be just the one we require.
Require for what?
I cannot speak of such things in this place. The cursed gaze of our foes is cast upon us here, so I will be brief. Great powers are gathering within the distant lands of the fallen Corvan people, and the Great Eye has decreed that you must play a part, whatever that may be. Will you answer our summons? Will you join me through the portal? Or do the mortal concerns of these people outweigh the call?
Very well. So, Emissaries Rift. So this is the Forgotten Gods expansion. We're not going to do that just yet. So that was... There we go. This is this map here. Corvan Basin, which is what he mentioned. So we're not going to do that just yet. Obviously, we've got all this other... I think up here, Malmouth is another one. Is the other expansion that came out. So we've got 2 bridges to repair. This one is the foothills. So if I open my map, so foothills should take me this way. Let's go see where the other one takes us. Do we have enough scrap? It's got 28 at the moment. What does this require? Yeah, we can repair that. So that takes us where we're meant to go for the main story. Let's go see where the other way takes us. Hopefully it's something exciting. Where does this way take us? 25 scrap and 20,000. I need 3 more scrap. That's fine. We will go down and search the old grove later. I don't know whether it's like a... It's not on the mini-map, and obviously takes us to the south here. So we need 25 scrap. We've got enough iron, or enough currency. We can make our way into the foothills. So we need to do our 2 quests here. The Emissary, which is the expansion, and kill Edmund Shanks Doyle. So that is obviously the bandits. Okay, so these are... this is the start of Act 2, from my understanding. And these are just a load of outlaws. So hopefully... Let's just double check this. Devil's Crossing. Let's see if this levels up. So I'm on 2040 at the moment. Let's kill a couple of these. Did that go up by any? 2042. So this is a good way, killing these, is a good way to level up your reputation for Devil's Crossing. Which I wouldn't mind doing, because then we can get stuck in some bounties. Because if I hover over this one, the next one gives us access to bounty table, weapons, armor, and blueprints. See, blueprints are also very good. So wooden door that way, and it looks like there's a boss in here. So let's take on this boss. So we're probably going to do another 10 more minutes. Oh, there's Edmund. Let's drop each of my totems down. Let's try and keep out of that fire if we can. And I do kind of want to take those guys out. Let's shoot at me from... They're throwing bombs at me. Let's try and avoid those. As this boss is melee, he's just going to chase me down anyway, so I can just run in here. There it goes down. I can open his chest, see if he's got anything good here. Okay, let's talk to him in a second. Let's take out all these extra mobs. So here we go. He's talking to him. You'll pay for this. Darius wants this prison, and when he finds out what you've done, Edmund spits up blood. You'll wish I shanked you dead. Rest in peace, scum. Awesome. Right, he's down. So that requires we can now go back and hand in the quest. Which we will do in a minute. We'll probably end this episode. We'll do a bit more exploring. We'll end this episode handing that quest in. Because I have a feeling that might... How much experience do we need? We need 13,080. Okay, so I'd like to go back there when we're likely to level up, so we can start seeing what bounties are. So hopefully we can kill enough of these convicts. If not, this is very close to town, so we could just keep rotating this through. So I'm pretty sure these will all respawn. Now I don't want to go up there and go around. I like the fact you can actually go up there onto those walls. That'd be pretty cool. And that way is a dead end. That's fine. So we can now search slightly further to the south. So I had a bit of a plastic of my Warhammer stuck in my hand. That's a bit weird. Those shoulder pieces are cool, but they're all for fire damage. Not really for us. If we obviously finish this game with this character, I'll probably try out other characters. Probably not as a hardcore, but just try out other characters to see what they can offer. Because I tend to always go for the same type of character, which is like this, where I'm a bit of a... I like being like a melee mage, like a druid. So whenever... Or a shaman, I mean. Or druids also work. That's what I tend to be in most video games I play. At least that have this type of function. So how many do I need now? So, a fair few. That's fine. I'm guessing that's probably going to be the end of the convicts for now. That looks like that's a dead end, so we don't rush to go that way. We'll search down here first. And I heard a little... Was that a cat or a crow? Either or.
Can't do that yet.
Right, Kaimon's Retreat. Okay. Okay, we can find some boars here. They don't survive very long. So how many... So we're all obviously despised by boars. And okay, so we're halfway, nearly halfway to the next kind of reputation requirement. Okay, you just want to grab all that loot. And obviously, do what I normally do. Always search around the map. Always search the edges. And then I can always go around to the middle once I've searched all of the edges. Oh, looks like this is Chiron. Poor guy. He didn't quite make it. Walk out his front door. He is kind of in the middle of nowhere. This could be Chiron as well. There could be two different... Oh, this could also be him. Okay, looks like there's some convicts and some boars fighting up here. Okay, this is fine. Drop both my totems as well. It's probably good I've got that ectoplasm on because my energy isn't draining as fast, so I can hold down my left click just a little bit. That should give me the level. Perfect. It's all coming up Millhouse. I'm quite glad that we did that extra grinding. We managed to take on the last boss. Okay, and obviously we got that level. I know exactly what I'm going to put my points into. Point into physique, and then let's go put... So I want to get... I'm not too fussed about this, but I will put a point into this. Although vitality damage is that... Yeah, we can put a point into that. So I essentially want to get Stormcaller's Pact. Become one with Ulutos, god of the sky. Turning your mortal form into a conduit of destructive power of lightning storms. That sounds awesome. So we want to get that as soon as possible. Right. Stefan Skinner. Stand back. I'm burning this shack down. My family does not need to suffer any longer in this horrible world. There's your family in there. Are you insane? Stay out of this. It's for your best. You can't do this. I have to. Day after day we struggled out here, surrounded by bandits and foul beasts. This is no place to raise such family. You're right, it's not. Devil's Crossing is safe though. You can join me there. Safe? What's safe anymore? We were safe out here once too. Look at this place now. We defend it. There is shelter and drinking water. Please join us. Perhaps this is a fresh start we needed. I really hope to speak to you again soon. Right, awesome. There's the families now. Just like that. Poof. Teleported away. Right, now let's go check up this left-hand area. So we've got a few more minutes of doing this. And bonk all these boys down. Oh, more. Oh, these are diseased. And we have a lot of health regen, so I'm not too worried about that. And our damage is converted into health regen. So that's fine. It's inside this little shack here. Untouched meal, nope, nothing, and fine. Right, awesome. Right, there's a little... Oh, there's a bit of lore here. Obviously, pick up as much lore as you can, because lore will give you experience. Let's see. I'm not going to read the lore out, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but I'm not that type of... My reading's a bit terrible, so I do try to avoid reading when I can. And hopefully you can find like a natural kind of cut-off point, maybe like a waypoint. Okay, Earthens. These guys are big stony boys. I'm presuming they look like they have a bit of resistance to lightning, which kind of makes sense because they are made of stone. And this guy threw a rock at me, which did a lot of damage, so he must drop. Perfect. I just want to make sure there's nothing over here. Looks like there isn't. And this just connects round to the... Okay, this doesn't connect around anywhere. There's a rock there. Rocks are notoriously known for being impassable. This looks like a natural kind of convergence. There's probably going to be a waypoint around here soon. We'll keep going until we find a waypoint. And then, okay, there is a cave nearby, according to the minimap. And see if there's anything this side first. Okay, there is someone to talk to, or something. Here you go. Drew Larkin, what have you got for us? Drew? You there. Here a dying man out, will you? Yeah, what happened? Backstabbed by my partner. Only man I thought I could trust on this forsaken hellhole. We were travelling. Cart full of scrap we'd salvaged from some run-down houses. When I guessed the B word, decided that splitting it 50-50 wasn't just going to cut it. He jumped in the middle of the night and stabbed me right in the gut, made off with all the loot. Where did he go? I'll track him down. Presuming he's probably run up this hill here. This looks like there is a secret along here. This is a secret along here. Hidden remains. Okay. Glad I managed to find this. Glad I checked that.
That skill's not ready.
Yes, thank you. That skill's not ready. Let's carry on running up this hill. This is obviously where the cart's gone. We can follow this track. I'm assuming this is a cart track. Those convicts, they definitely tried. Here he is. The convict. Who in the hell are you? What do you want from me? I'm here about your partner. That swine isn't dead. Let me explain. It's a huge misunderstanding. Don't really care. Give me half the portions. I'll leave. Save it. Prepare to face the justice. There goes down. And he gave me a bit of scrap. Awesome. So I now have enough scrap to open up that bridge, which is useful. And I still kind of want that waypoint, to be honest. Okay, there is a... looks like there's a shrine up ahead. Let's take on this quickly. Right, okay, let's see if we can take on some of these beholders. So I am going to start leveling up one of my passive upgrades for my primal strike. Because one of them is essentially a chain lightning you can see there. Each time I hit an enemy, it can hit up to 2 other enemies nearby with a chain. That's quite a good skill, so I might start putting at least a couple points into that. And just look at the waypoint, little map, that's fine. And keep bonking all these down. Right, let's go and take on this little shrine down here. And we'll probably do the shrine.
That skill's not ready.
Yes, the skill's not ready. I know there's a little cave behind me. We can always come back for that. Okay, there's a few mobs here. So far, so good. Drop my totems again. Okay, now I need to back out for a couple seconds. Mainly because I want to regenerate my energy. Right, drop back again. Really just waiting for my potion to finish. There we go. Drop some more of these. Okay, just got an achievement. Eradicate 100 heroic monsters. Marked by a star. Awesome. Thank you, game. I'll take any achievement you're willing to give me. Okay, that should be another 2 to add to my list there. Perfect. And just like that, we'll grab all this loot. And, oh, blueprint. Definitely want to grab blueprints. I think I must have missed a few blueprints as we've gone along. But hopefully we can obviously catch up with all the blueprints we may have missed. Because it got to a point where I was only picking up monster uniques and blues. So obviously there's another one here, the eye. And I think we may end this one here. Obviously it's not got a bit of a journey away. Obviously we managed to finish Act 1, so now we're into Act 2. Shame we haven't found a waypoint, but seems like we've gone quite far. Looks like there is probably a waypoint before we get to the next area, the mines. But we can obviously do those later. We'll do that in the next episode. And then we want to just double check, talk to people inside the town, because you've got new people join us.
Not ready.
You can see up here, there's people up here in this little town. Talk to the Skinner. Yep, she likes to thank me. Yep, no eyes. Okay, got a new ring. That's not too bad of a ring, to be quite honest. Let's go back down here. And talk to Monray.
Well, did they like our housewarming gift?
I killed the man in charge by the name of Shanks.
You work fast. I like that. We'll need more of that for what's coming next.
So what's our next target?
Darius Cronley. Last I've seen his face, they almost hung him for a double homicide. The Warden intervened at the last minute in favor of a life sentence in Devil's Crossing. Seems there were ulterior motives after all. Darius Cronley is the devil-made manifest, devious and manipulative with a penchant for sin of every kind. He's the one running this gang, and he's the one we need to go after next.
Okay, do you have a
We
plan?
have to hit them hard and fast, leave no room for a counterstrike. I've only seen a portion of their operations in the region, but they are really entrenched on the 4 hills in Old Arkovia. Shanks surely wasn't Darius's only lieutenant, so I suggest you find the rest and kill them. We don't want one of them taking over after Darius is dealt with. I don't have any names for you, but they will probably have equally clever prison names as our dead friend Shanks. But to really end this, you need to cut off the head of this operation, Darius Cronley. If what I hear is true, you will find him hiding out in the mines underneath the 4 hills. Lastly, my scouting partner, Elsa, must still be out there with them. If I venture to guess, Cronley has her in his clutches. Save her from that brute. I hear you are quite capable, so don't let me down. When you find yourself out there, I recommend you seek out a man by the name Quaid. He and his group forsook the peaceful ways of the Rovers in favor of fighting back against the outlaws. And I'm glad they did. It was Quaid's people that pulled me from the jaws of death.
I'll get on it. Okay, happy. So he's given us a quest, 2 quests there. Obviously, find Elsa is a side quest. Awesome. So I'll clear out my inventory off camera, and that could be a bit of a bonus. Ages of Minier, which is really good for throwing my shield, I believe. Actually, I can't have on this character. Yeah, Ages of Minier is a shield throw. Anyway, besides the point. We'll end this episode here. If you made this far, thank you much for watching. And obviously next week, next Thursday, I'll be continuing on with my Grim Dawn character. And hopefully, now we have enough scrap, we can probably make our way down to this grove to the bottom here, because we needed 25 scrap, we now have 26. So we'll do that first, next episode. So made this far, thank you much for watching. As per usual, got a couple links in the description down below. First link is to Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel, which is called One Nerd to Rule Them All, which has a load of fantasy lore. If you like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or some Warhammer stuff, she covers all of that. And then also down in the description down below, we also have our joint YouTube channel, which is called Nerdy Miniatures, which is all about the Warhammer tabletop. So if you like the Warhammer tabletop, we're currently collecting, building, painting, soon to be battling a load of random armies. Whether it's Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, some Lord of the Rings, we cover it all. So if that's the type of stuff you like, have a look over there. So have a wonderful day everyone, and peace out.